Morning, Abotai. Erev Shabbat Shalom. With regards to Birkat Halevana, there's a Gemara in Masechet Sanhedrin Daf Mem Aleph Amud Bet. The Gemara seems to say, based on several poskim, that the beginning time for Birkat Halevana is 3 full days after the Molad. We're not talking about the third of the month. The Molad is the renewal of the moon every month, which happens every 29 days, 12 hours, and 793 halakim. The moon Ke'ilu Kaviyachol rejuvenates itself, and therefore 3 days afterwards it is the starting point for Birkat Halevana. Da'at Marana Bet Yosef in Siman Tav Kavav, he quotes the opinion of the Mekubal Rabbeinu Yitzchak Giktilia, who says that according to the Kabbalah, and this is also quoted in the name of the Ari HaKadosh, a person should not begin Birkat Halevana before 7 days after the Molad. And he says, he rules like that in Shulchan Aruch, Siman Tav Kavav, and that's the minhag of the Sfaradim, not to begin Birkat Halevana until 7 full days after the Molad of the month. People sometimes make a mistake, they think it's the 7th of the month. There's nothing to do with it. The Molad could be before or after Rosh Chodesh, so that's, you have to look in calendars to tell you when the Molad is. Now, there are a few exceptions to the rule. Maran Zichron Bracha writes in Chazon Ovadia Chanukah, where he discusses some of the laws of Birkat Halevana. He says, first of all, if, let's say, the 7th day after the Molad falls out on Motzei Shabbat, this is actually going to be the case next month in Adar HaSheni, where the full 7 days after the Molad are going to be a few hours, meaning Motzei Shabbat, early Sunday morning, the middle of the night. The halacha is that you can already say Birkat Halevana on Motzei Shabbat, even though it's not 7 full days from the Molad yet, because there are several poskim. First of all, Motzei Shabbat, there's a special significance of saying Birkat Halevana on Motzei Shabbat. And number two, there are a few poskim, the Rama Mipano in Alfasi Zotah, the Shiarei Knesset Gdola, and others who say that it doesn't have to be 7 full days. Already from the beginning of the 7th day, from the Molad, you can already say Birkat Halevana. So even if you're missing a few hours and it's Motzei Shabbat, go for it. Another exception, says Maran Zichron Bracha, is, we actually in Chodesh Tevet, 2 months ago, we had a little bit of a Birkat Halevana disaster, that we didn't catch it right in the beginning, and then it was cloudy for the rest of the time that was eligible to say Birkat Halevana. So he says in countries, let's say in Europe or America, or whatever it is, especially during the winter, when it's very cloudy and rainy and snowy, and it's hard to sometimes get a clear moon during the allotted time, he says, according to the letter of the law, even Sfaradim are allowed to rely on the Shas that says you can begin reciting Birkat Halevana from the 3rd day, 3 days after the Molad, as opposed to 7, if you have a concern that the forecast is very bad and you may not be able to do it after that time. And as we've seen, experience has shown that sometimes happens, so bear that in mind. Ad kan Rabotai, have a wonderful day. Shabbat Shalom. Don't forget, this evening, Mincha Kabbalat Shabbat and Arvit is at 5:10 p.m. Shabbat Shalom V'orach.